if you don't like a black association of black students, what are you doing with a black man? And why am I black at your house?
She doesn't care. She
How
doesn't
can
care about that. She's a fucking sellout. You know. The thing is, you know, again,
that
she's not. She's
bothers
not.
me?
She's
I
not with
don't
a
like
black
it.
man. She's with a black man with a white mind, and she's an Asian with a white mind, right?
Yeah. So
So
this is the shit that's going on, and that's the reason why I don't really bother with a lot of people.
for questions, comments, and to show your support, visit us on the web at afroempath.com.
And then you have to become like them, kind of to deal with them, and it's like limiting yourself. You have to switch,
Absolutely.
always switch. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that they're very good at ignoring things. They know how to ignore things well.
Like what?
I don't know, like there's this one girl that I work with sometimes, like, and she's like, oh, like she'll ask me, oh, so what are you doing this weekend? You got any plans? Blah, blah. And if you say something that she doesn't want to like expand on, like, or even if you just bring up something that she doesn't want to talk about because she knows that she's freaking proud of the problem. And I'm a shit disturber for that. Like I'll bring up a topic sometimes just to see what she'll say, and she'll dance around it or ignore it. And I just laugh because I'm like, why not just come out and just say your true feelings? Why are you hiding? We already know the obvious. I know you're white and I'm black. Like we know the obvious of what the problems are. Like one time I had to kind of quiet her because she was complaining about finances and something to do with money and stuff like that. Meanwhile, she's driving a freaking 4x4 white truck. Like she's fine. Like she's living good, but she's complaining about money. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you don't complain about money to a black person, please. Like, but I can't say that. But one time
Mm-hmm.
I was just fed up of her complaining, and I was like, well, at least you don't have to worry because your parents, like, you don't worry. Your parents got your back. Like, my parents don't have anything to leave back to us. But your dad, her dad is still working, doing a freaking crazy big time job, and her mom is home, and they have a house in Chicago and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you worried about? You have backup. Like when your parents pass away, I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, you have backup. Your parents are there, financially
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then she's like, yeah, you're right. And I felt like saying, no, shut the fuck up because like you freaking complain all the time. Like she tries to make herself seem like she has the same struggles as me. And there was another black girl
Mm-hmm.
too that used to complain to me about it. She used to work for her. Complain. She's always complaining, like as if to say that we have the same problem.
Who is this lady? Is this a lady you work with, or is she a boss, or
Well,
what is
she
what is
she
she?
has a business, and I met her, and she found out that I can do like a lot of like the jobs that she does, and I told her I work for myself, but I don't mind helping her once in a while. So sometimes I'll help. Like if she'll call me and ask me to help her, I'll go and I'll do work either with her or do one of her jobs. And so you have to be in her car when you're with her, and so she'll talk, and a lot of times she'll put herself like she's on your level. You can never
Mm-hmm.
be on my level. I didn't say
No, I
that,
hear what you're
but
saying.
like
Yeah.
they know, she knows that to be a black person in North America or anywhere in the world, you're dealing with white. She knows, she's not stupid. She's very intelligent, but she'll still try to put
Mm-hmm.
herself as if to say that she's struggling too, so that it makes
Oh,
her
of course,
it
yeah.
makes her look like,
You just need to do is just you just need to give her a firm fucking you just need to give her a firm fucking just a firm. That's what I do. My people I fucking talk with, that are just acquaintances. For me, I say the truth and let white people's egos fall where they may.
well, I used to be scared to say, like I would hold back a lot until one day I said, next time she comes with this shit, I'm gonna give it to her, and I did, and all she could do is go quiet and say, "You're right." And
And
from
that's what you have to do, you know?
you from now on, when she starts that garbage, I'm like, it gives me a headache because like, don't try to put yourself like you're in the same boat as.
You just need to, again, like I said before, you need to be in control. You know,
Yeah,
again, you have to establish yourself as a dominant, you know, because what they want to do is be the dominant. They want to lead the conversation. They want to, you know, they want to be in control no matter what
yeah,
it is, even in
yeah.
a conversation setting. So that's why you have to establish yourself as the authority. So
Hmm.
that's pretty much it. You know, I establish myself as the authority no matter where I'm at. If I'm around any white person, I'm always a leader. And if you want to be the leader, motherfucker, you better really be willing to give your motherfucking life, son.
There,
Fuck that. I'm here to destroy.
I know. There's another girl that I know that's married to a white guy, and she
What the fuck? This seems to be a goddamn fucking
it's a
trend.
big trend, especially over here.
What the fuck? Oh my
Married to a
gosh.
white guy,
Keep
and they
going.
came over one time, like, and he likes that whenever he comes over, he likes to like act like he knows everything about hip hop, and I hate that. Or anything that you're talking about, he knows everything about it. Or even the stars, we were talking about the stars, and he had to like show his like as if to so say he has to show us that he knows more than us. And I hate that too about them.
That's because he has low self esteem, and he's around people that are more powerful than him, and he knows he's out of place, and he knows that the only reason he's with this woman is because he lives in a society that fucking has completely broken down their family structure and economic
It's
advantage, right?
true.
So now he's feeling guilty, and he's trying to
Like he'll explain the
hey
stars
guys,
and this star, this is this star, this is that. Or when we're
even though I'm genetically inferior, you know, I'll make up for it with my superior intellect.
yeah, that's how they do
You
it.
know, and unfortunately, this stupid bitch that's with him. Oh, honey,
Oh, she
you're so
loves it.
pale, but you're so intelligent. Oh my god,
I think
makes
she's
me want
yeah,
to fucking
she is
throw
goo
up.
goo gaga over him. Like she's
Yeah,
probably
because she's fucking pathetic, and she doesn't have a mind of her own. Stupid ass bitch.
I
You know, if
think
you're gonna be a sellout, you might as well be a goo goo gaga sellout. As I say.
she's always wanted to be the white guy, so she came to the country and found a white guy. But what she doesn't know is that the white guy she found, I went to school with those type of white guys, and there's nothing special about them. But for her, because his background is German, she's so excited. It is just ridiculous, but they don't come over much
God
anymore.
damn, man, that shit's fucking disgusting. You're ruining my afternoon with this nasty shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't like hearing about this shit.
Sorry.
Holy fuck, I live my own world, my own little pro-black bubble, okay?
No, there's a lot
I
of
got
shit
pictures of
outside.
Marcus Garvey and Noble Drew Ali and fucking Malcolm X all around me. You
I'm
know?
sorry.
Then you hop in here with this shit, and all of a sudden I gotta realize that all around the country, black women are fucking selling out.
It's not all though, but it's a lot.
Well, you know what? I've had to, in order for me to, you know, it's like, in order for me to be happy and be conscious
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I've had to really fucking just learn to fucking really hate black people too, because there's some sickness in us that it's just so fucking
Oh
pathetic.
yeah,
I'm
I
say
feel
like,
that same
no, I
way.
can't. No, I'm not going to be your friend. If you have you got a fucking, you know what I'm say? If you got a white fucking, you're a black girl with a white boyfriend. Sorry, no, sorry,
Well,
sorry.
lately we've been kind of like eased up. Like we used to go camping, and they would call and be like, "Oh, they want to come," but it's irritating. You're on a camping trip with him, and he'll say stupidness like, oh, when we can't sit certain places because the sun is too hot and all that stuff. And he'll make comments like, "Oh, see, it's not all that great." One time he made a comment. He's like, "See, it's not all that great to have this skin because," and I'm looking at him like, "You
Ew!
said it."
Oh fuck! What again? Oh my god! Oh my god! You subject yourself to that shit?
I was because I'm a quiet person. Like we both quiet people, right? So we kind of like just.
No, holy shit! You need to move to America right now. Not that it's any better here. Who knows? But I mean, oh my gosh.
But going camping,
You know
and then he's
what?
acting like he knows
Oh,
everything about camping because I guess he grew up doing it. So he's like, "Oh,
I've conquered the wild.
yeah, like that, like."
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, but see, that's what everybody like. A lot of people are going for other. It causes us a little bit of a problem because everybody's dating. Like we had one guy friend, and he went and married a Chinese girl, and this Chinese girl wants to be white, so all her friends are white, and they would invite us over to their parties and stuff, and we'd go over there, and everybody's white, and I can't.
Listen, yeah. See, I had no problem with multiculturalism. You know what I'm trying to say, but
Canada tries to
I'm
embrace
not.
it. It tries.
Yeah, well, Candace, no, listen, it's not about that. It's about not losing who you are during the process. You know what I'm trying to say? It's again, I'm not personally. I'm not going to again omit a part of myself to be around people. You know what I'm trying to say? So if I can't talk about the shit that I like, then I'll be bored. It's that simple. Like I like talking about Marcus Garvey. I like talking about Malcolm X and Noble Drew Ali and the Black Panthers. That I love that shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
You can't.
So if I can't be around people that I can't talk about that with, I'm not stimulated. And if I'm not stimulated, then why the fuck am I around you for? Because you're not that exciting, dude or lady. You're not that exciting. Sorry.
And that's why
I have more fun.
I don't go anymore
By myself, online talking to you or some shit. So who cares? And that's the thing. Again, that's why I decided I'm going to create my own fucking world. You know what I'm trying to say? And guess what? There's other people that are like us that have similar issues. And so that's why this form, this kind of thing that I'm creating is so important. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that's done it, but I mean other people that have are creating from bloggers to YouTubers to podcasters and just people online that are creating communities and places where kind of people that are kind of in the minority in terms of their authenticity. You know what I'm trying to say, their cultural authenticity and their spiritual authenticity can come together and vibrate together and not lose not feel like they have to lose themselves in this world. You know what I'm trying to say, while they're in this world but not of it. That's all.
A lot of they promote a lot of people in this environment where I live. It's a lot of everybody wants to date outside. Everybody's dating outside of their race. So it doesn't matter if you go to an event or somebody's house, you have to deal with that. Like there's no all black thing much anymore.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the thing is, I'm just going to say the devil because it's the best way that I can say it. But the devil or the demiurge, however you want to look at it, they have no demiurge. That's in Gnosticism. That's like the devil of Gnosticism. Basically, it's kind of like the demonic force that is behind what people like, what they influence what people do to in order to keep this world going, essentially, right?
Yeah,
so it's up to them and the people that they have a hold of to constantly think of new and inventive ways to make Earth, which is hell, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. In Earth, there's, again, we're in this universe. In the universe, there is what they call polarity or duality, but it's up to them to make that duality only for them to make it so. Of course, given white privilege, that they only have to look at one side of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Only the happiness, not or only the richness, not the poverty. You know what I'm trying to say? And so. They have to find new and inventive ways to make this world a place you want to explore and discover. They've already colonized everything, including our minds, right? So now the only thing left to do is colonize our bodies, right? Because they didn't do that. So now they want to act like they want to now they want to enter us, our women. You know what I'm trying to say? They want to produce a new race of weaker black people that still will be subject to this demonic demiurge influence.
I see that
via cultural assimilation. So that's why I enjoy Drake's music, but I can see why they would put Drake as a kind of a Canadian pop star. You know what I'm saying?
And Drake's from here. Yeah, Drake is a joke. They that was a whole setup. I don't like Drake. I don't listen to Drake. Because to me, there's so many other hip hop guys from here that have been trying for years to get into the industry, and they didn't take them, but they took Drake. So,
yeah, and that's this kind of like this whole new, demiurge Illuminati agenda, what do you want to call it? Like, they want to give you something to look forward to. Oh, there's still hope. There's still hope
Mhm.
if I just marry a white guy, or you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah, yeah,
if I just marry
yeah.
a white girl, or an
Mhm.
Asian girl, or then
Mhm.
maybe my kids can enjoy the luxury of this white supremacist society, which is really heaven, you know,
That's true.
and people are so fucking stupid as fuck. And you need to start calling them fucking stupid to their face, and we need to start enjoying their idiocy. You know what I'm trying to say? This is a time for
But everybody, people get their
fuck
feelings
everybody.
hurt.
Good. They deserve to get their feelings hurt, and much
One time
more.
I
Because
almost got
guess
in an
what? They're putting their
argument.
souls in jeopardy. So fuck their feelings. Now, if you love somebody, would you rather hurt their feelings to have the chance to save their, not their souls, but I mean to at least save their souls while they're on Earth? I'm not saying if you marry a white guy you've lost your soul. I'm just saying you've lost your soul while you're on Earth. You're trying to say you've deadened that spark within you. You know what I'm trying to say? So that means you no longer serve your creator because
Hmm.
your spark is gone. Therefore, you're just a fucking, like in the Matrix movie. You're just like one of those characters in the dream. You know what I'm trying
Hmm.
to say?
Hmm.
You're no longer awoke in the dream. You're just a fucking cog in the Matrix now. Da 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 da. Got me a white guy. Got me some better credit. Yeah. Look at my light skinned baby. Oh,
It's like,
he's gonna have a great opportunity, or she's gonna have a great opportunity in this Matrix now.
hmm.
And you forget all about getting out of this world, and you forget all about what you learned in church, or if you get all what you learned in whatever teaching you were in before. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
You forget all about that because now you've again, now you have rose-colored glasses. All of a sudden, the
Yeah.
struggles of your people no longer exist. You are the
Of
chosen.
course.
You are now the chosen crab, the happy chosen crab from the barrel.
I'll tell you one more story about
All right, go ahead. This is
a
better be the
friend of
last
ours that
fucking
we
one
know.
here. I swear,
This is the last one. It's the same couple that I told you. It's a black guy. He's very, very black, like jet black. And he married a Chinese. And there's the house that I hate going to because they both, to me, if you ask me, both of them want to be white. She wants to be white and he wants to, but they found each other. So they surrounded themselves with all white. All their friends are white. So when you go over to their parties, it's like there's no music playing, and I freaking can't stand going to a place when there's no at
why did
least
you
some
go in the first
background
place?
because you go to support the guy because the guy is our friend, right? So you're thinking you're going because he invited you. It's just like the wedding we had to go to.
Now here you walk in
So
there and it's like, would you like some cheese and crackers?
like it's all like white. It's really, really white. And then all the white friends, they got white friends that love them so much that are willing to help them out. So they're helping them for the party and everything seems all perfect. And um they're sitting down talking and everybody's talking about, I wonder what your kids are gonna look like. Oh, they're gonna look like this, they're gonna look like this. Everybody's it's like they're excited
They're
about
gonna look like Tiger Woods.
like
Go
stuff
ahead, I'm
like that.
listening.
Those are shallow shit that people talk about.
Yeah,
But one
exactly,
time we went
absolutely.
over to their house and there was a girl there, a black girl, and she brought up because she was in university and she was talking about a black association in her university. And so the Chinese girl, it's her house, she's like, what do you mean black association? And she goes, oh, it's just like an association for, and she's like, oh, that's not right.
Hmm?
And so I said, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I remember in school, in high school and college, we had that, like where we could escape to a group of black people, like it was like an association kind of, and you fit in and you feel good about it. And I'm like, well, that's a good thing. I'm trying to tell her, and she's like, oh, so what if? Uh, uh, so you have to be black? I almost yelled to her. I go, are you gonna let me in your Chinese association? No, but I didn't say that because I'm not a bad. I'm not. I'm cool. But it became like a back and forth where it was almost an argument where the husband had to cut in and kind of fluff, make it like sweet. And I was thinking to myself, that's the last time I ever wanted to go to her house because I'm like, if you don't like a black association of black students, what are you doing with a black man? And why am I black at your house?
She doesn't care. She doesn't care about that. She's a fucking sellout. You know. The thing is, you know, again,
That
she's not. She's
bothers
not.
me.
She's
I
not with
don't
a
like
black
it.
man. She's with a black man with a white mind, and she's an Asian with a white mind, right?
Yeah. So
So
this is the shit that's going on, and that's the reason why I don't really bother with a lot of people. Everywhere you go, it's some bullshit like that.
no, I hear you. I hear you.
You know, like there's one guy that I thought was cool, like we thought was cool, and he has a white wife, and
You
the
said that
white
was the
wife doesn't
last
even
one.
look like. Hmm?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Nah, go
no
ahead.
more.
No, okay, you already started. Go on. You fucking hell.
Well,
You ruined my
okay. In
pro black
general, I'm
fantasy.
just gonna say I'm gonna say to you that this is a big thing that goes on over here, and it's hard to hide from it. And you tend to end up not having too many friends because you have to deal with it every which way
No, I hear you, and
you know.
I understand completely. I understand completely. Like,
And you were brothers, you know, so you
yeah, you
already.
know, I'll say this with me, I grew up, you know, my growing up, I had two friends that I was close to. One was, you know, half black, half Nigerian, and the other one was an Italian guy, and
Hmm.
I got, you know, like, you know, my quote unquote white friend was an Italian guy. He was like, he was still culturally aware. You know what I'm saying? Like he was listening to hip hop that
Hmm.
I didn't listen to. You know, that I didn't listen to. He was listening
Hmm.
to Talib Kweli and Most Def and all that shit. You know, so he was,
You
you
didn't
know,
listen to that shit. You
not
didn't.
he listened to it before I did. I was
Oh,
not,
okay.
I listened to R&B. I listened to R&B and neo soul. He didn't
Oh,
listen
you.
to that.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't listen to as much as neo soul and R&B that as I did. He, you know, he was more to like, you know, he listened to some cornball shit like NSYNC and things like that. But I learned NSYNC had, you know, I learned they had some good songs too eventually from him. But you know, but the point is that I was able to be myself culturally with him. You know what I'm trying to say? You know,
That's
so
good.
I didn't, so I never, you know, it was he wasn't the typical white dude. I knew he was at least a deeper thinker than most white dudes were. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
My, you know, my Nigerian, you know, half Nigerian friend, you know, this dude turned out to be a gay dude, you know, a bisexual dude. So that, you know, that shit didn't work. That when he tried to fucking, you know, walk out on me one day with his fucking dingling hanging out. That was the end of that.
No, ew.
Yeah, that was the end of that. That was the end of that. Yeah, yeah.
How did you handle that anyway? You didn't tell me how you handled it.
How I handled it?
Yeah.
Um, it was awkward as fuck. You know, I didn't. You know, thank God I was busy playing an Xbox or some shit. You know, I only saw these two little brown butt cheeks from the fucking side of my face. You know, my peripheral vision, what the fuck it's called. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, is that your ass? You know, and he's like, are you staring at
Yeah.
my ass, Lewis? I'm like, what the fuck? Oh man,
So
yeah.
why did he think? What did he expect to happen? You were gonna drop your
Yeah, right.
control.
Yeah, right, motherfucker. Yeah, right. I would have fucking, I would have fucking, that would have been the last day of his fucking life. I would have fucking punched, I would have beat his ass to death right there, butt naked
But
and all.
what did he? You could have beat him even just coming out naked. Like why did he? What did he expect to
He was
happen from that?
demonically possessed. He was demonically possessed, yo. That's the thing. Like, you know, I'm an occultist. I'm a metaphysician. I'm just gonna tell you what it was. He was demonically possessed. What it was is, he was going through some kind of shit, you know. But for whatever reason, you know, he had some fucking demonic entities that entered his ass because he was saying some shit to me like, it was funny. Shit was out of the Matrix. He walked by me one time and was like, only human, you know, like what the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Only
Like,
what?
he
Only
said,
human?
only human, yeah. You know, like some agent from the Matrix or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Ew, that's weird.
Yeah, it is
Ew.
weird as fuck. Like he was a fucking Scorpio, man. He had all the tension in that house. You know, that fucking dark ass energy. You know, that shit was so fucking
Mm-hmm.
thick you could cut it with a fucking knife. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
So yeah, I was under psychic attack. You know, I was under psychic attack.
Mm.
But I handle that shit like a fucking boss. What it is here's what I do when I'm under psychic attack. Here's what I did with this little fucking dumb bitch. What I do is I actually give these fucking idiots a little bit of my what they want. A lot of these fucking homos, what they really want is they want to eat off your solar plexus chakra. So
Mm-hmm.
because they're unbalanced, you know what I'm trying to say, and so they're actually seeking that male energy. You know, a lot of these idiots have issues with their fathers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I do is, you want some energy? That's you looking for energy? Someone's like, here, take it. When I just inject these idiots with the full force of God to the point where they you know you're an empath. You know you just you being a woman. You know that I'm a very 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 strong energetic person. You know what I'm trying to say? So when I give you energy, it's gonna overwhelm you. Would you not agree?
But how? How will you give him energy?
It's again. Listen, here's what they want. Right? They want your soul. Do they not? So again, the soul. Most people's souls are very weak. You know what I'm trying to say? And again, they can the fog can overcome their we'll just call their God spark. You know what I'm trying to say? But for me, my soul does not my soul does not have limits. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to be I'm Neo in this bitch. So when Neo enters you, he comes in you and he destroys you from the inside out. You know what I'm trying to say? And so that's what I do. That's what I do. I say, oh, okay, you want to try to be a vampire? Here, take this. And then they take it, and then they can't. It destroys them. Does that make sense? It's not that complex. I cannot be overwhelmed, and they'll try to come at you sexually, because that was the last resort. Because again, he's demonically possessed. So when these demons can't get to you through just trying to, through some kind of psychic attack type bullshit, then they'll use their host to try to do some sexual deviant shit. That's all. This is like textbook psychic attack bullshit. So basically what happened was he became afraid of me, he became really afraid of me because again, when he realized that what I am is not something of this world, and that him and the demons that are inside of him became very, very afraid of me. I remember one of the last conversations we had, I was like, hey, give me a hug. Like, meaning, no harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I'm just like, let's just call it, embrace his brothers and just call it even, whatever, meaning he knows that what's inside of me, the love that's inside of me is here to destroy. And so if they know, these demons know that if they get close to me, I'll end them. That'll be the last day that they have to fucking incorporate into someone's vessel. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not that he fears me, it's the demons that he has, that he carries, that fear me. You know what I'm trying to say? And I will destroy them. I'm here to destroy. I'm not here to fucking be overtaken. I'm here to overtake. I'm here to destroy. So that's pretty much it. I cannot be conquered. But yeah, since we don't talk about men and women and selling out, I gotta talk about homosexuals, because that's something we haven't talked about.
I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, I was gonna ask you what you think of it.
What I think of it, I mean, I've heard this sister, I've heard different theories. You know what I'm gonna say? But energetically, here's what I feel. Right? Again, a lot these dudes, right? It's not like the majority of the dudes that are attracted to me, whatever, they are extremely imbalanced. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I said, and they're seeking energy. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think of it this way, right? I'm not. And when I say demons, I'm not sure if you think this is a theory of mine that it's unfounded, or what do you think about that? Do you think that's an actual thing that exists in this world, or no?
What, them being unbalanced?
No, demons. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do you know what demons are? Yeah. Do you know what they actually are?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so these entities, right? They are. I'll put it to you this way: if demons are passed on through sex, right? Right? Would it be intelligent of a demon that gets into a vessel to use that vessel to be able to take the energy from both men and women? You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah.
And isn't the Christ is a male, so the Christ energy is held by men. So obviously you don't think these demons would want that from me? You know what I'm trying to say? So
of course.
So that's what it is. So I've noticed that, and I have a real what do they call it, like androgynous, both a very balanced masculine and feminine energy. You know what I'm trying to say? And And they for whatever reason, I think a lot of these homosexuals, they get some kind of like sick demonic thrill out of trying to turn men. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So I mean, I run a site for empaths, and I've recently noticed that a lot of freaking gay dudes will try to join. I'm like, nah, dog, nah, sorry. Like, it's like I'll put it to you this way, like Doesn't mean I don't like if you have a soul. It doesn't mean I don't love your soul. But you're not in a place where you can understand why what you're doing is wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? Energetically, you know what I'm trying to say? Energetically
And
wrong.
if you tell them that, they get upset too.
I don't give a fuck if they get upset. I'm not here again. I don't give a fuck about egos and human egos. Fuck that shit. I'm here to destroy this universe. So you getting upset? Oh no, a gay guy's mad with me. No, I'm not. That's not me. That's issue maybe you have. I don't have that issue. No, fuck that.
No, I don't really, because I don't have any of them around me right now. But I noticed that if you say anything like that outs them, they get mad and
Yeah, I don't. Again, I don't care about gay people getting mad. That's again. I'm a servant of God, right? So I have two things to do while I'm here on this earth: to know myself and to know God. That's it. Not to fucking appease homosexuals. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not to appease women. Not, you know what I'm trying to say? Not to appease men. I'm here to serve my fucking creator. That's it. That's it. So if you could, how can I put it? I know that I cannot do my task on earth, which is to destroy this world, right? And to do that, I have to first be, number one, a strong man. You know what I'm trying to say? Because before I knew all this metaphysical shit, I was just out here trying to be some revolutionary. You know what I'm trying to say? And I knew I couldn't do that to the fullest extent that I needed to do that if I'm a gay dude. You know what I'm trying to say? Getting butt fucked. You know what I'm trying to say?
You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. Exactly. I know I couldn't do that on some little feminine shit. You know what I'm trying to say? My wrist all bent and shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So therefore, energetically, it's unhealthy. You know what I'm trying to say? It's energetically, it's unhealthy. So, that's
How come they never talk? And they never talk about that either. The unhealthy side of that.
Because we live in a world that sweeps metaphysics and occult science. You know what I'm trying to say, and spirituality under the rug for this like new age cultural assimilation that white people created for us. So that demiurge energy can keep this world going. Oh. You can now have sex with a man, and it's okay. Oh, it's okay, you can now marry a white girl, and it's okay. There's always something new in the Matrix. Don't leave us, black people. Keep your souls down here, you fucking dumb niggers. We love you now. It's pretty much it. It's not that complex, unfortunately. Because black people's self-esteems are so low. They're easily swayed. They're easily swayed because they had no spiritual foundation. They had no spiritual foundation, and they're cowards in their heart. So what it is, there's a saying that the path of least resistance leads to crooked streams and to crooked men. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard that one?
I think so. I think it.
That's basically it. Like it's easier to take the path of least resistance. You know what I'm trying to say? Unfortunately, by doing that, again, you're sacrificing your soul and your spirit to do so. So, no offense to gay people, but do your thing. I still I don't love your humanity, but I still love your soul or whatever's left of it. And again, like if I'm not judging you. I understand the things that we've been through as a people, and I know that your mind has been fucking, destroyed pretty much, So I'm not judging you. Again, I don't judge someone who's a heroin addict that's strung on heroin. You know what I'm trying to say? I understand that they've given in to a demon that they couldn't conquer. But is it healthy? No, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for children to be around. It's just not healthy, period. You know what I'm trying to say? So
I think they know. I think there's a part of them that knows it, because there's a time when I used to hang around a bunch of gay girls. Yeah. And all I realized is they're all depressed.
Yeah. They all do drugs. And the thing is,
freaking coke and
they all do drugs. And the thing is,
party.
Yeah. The truth is the matter is that this is what people are not telling them, is that the truth is that nobody gives a fuck about them. You know what I'm trying to say? If somebody loves you, they'll tell you the truth. Again, like I said before, they will tell you the things about yourself that you don't want to hear. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to preserve your fucking your human happiness or your human ego, but to preserve your spirit, your righteous spirit, and your soul while on earth. You know what I'm trying to say? And so what it is that people don't
Mm-hmm.
fucking give a fuck about gay people, especially black gay people. You know what I'm trying to say? They're just used.
Mm-hmm.
Their souls are just being used to energize white liberal agendas, which is, again, you're white, therefore you're trying to keep your world going. It's, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not that
I
complex.
know. Yeah.
It's not that complex.
Mm-mm.
Again, but it's easier to be simple-minded and blissful, you know what I'm trying to say, than it is to be a black, strong male. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Who's consciously aware of the world that he lives in and the agendas that are behind it, not just in the physical, but beyond the physical.
Mm-hmm. I know the gay girls that I used to know, like it was just depression and sadness, and they would use coming together as a way to mask, like drinking and coming together. So if today everybody's at one person's house, tomorrow, oh, they'll all gather at another person's house, and so they're constantly together. And if they're not with each other, they're depressed, they're sad, they're
Yeah,
unhappy, they're frustrated.
they're codependent. They're codependents is what they are. They're codependents
Yeah,
because again,
yeah.
they like I said before, they've lost sight of their own God spark, and it's a lot easier to get together and rub vaginas than it is to meditate and to seek God by knowing of themselves and their own pains and their own their own emotional ills.
Hmm.
And that goes for
And they
anybody.
don't stay, in relationships either. They're always switching relationships. They're always seeking outside of the chase a girl, get a girl, and then cheat on a girl and move on to the next girl. And it's constant. And I'm sure it's the same in the gay men in environment.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
never.
and if you what are you gonna do? Settle down and what? Adopt a fucking child and screw up their life? You know what I'm trying to say?
I know.
Because I gotta say, man, and I've got a cousin who's gay. Boy, her son is he was very like uptight and insecure. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because his dad is a fucking butch ass fucking woman. You know what I'm trying to say? Because like
That's that.
and like like
Oh,
that to be a butchy ass black woman, that's not being masculine. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not the man that a young black boy needs in his life. You know what I'm trying to say?
no way.
Because you couldn't know what it is. You couldn't know what it is to be masculine. You couldn't know what it is to be a black man in this world. You had no fucking clue to give him any fucking skills in this white supremacist society to
It's true.
thrive. You have no
Yeah.
no idea at all. At all. And so because you're selfish, you're putting your children, energetically at risk. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
So it is what it is. But unfortunately, a lot of people are selfish. So they'll have kids with a straight man, you know, but then they go with their gay lover while they're with these kids of another man. It's just like people are just selfish. I'm trying to say they're selfish. They don't care. If you cared about other people, through the pain of caring about other people, because you would eventually find God. You know what I'm trying to say? You would eventually find God. You would, honestly, because like the striving to want to do better in this world. And I'm gonna put it. I'll just speak from my own experience, like, and not just my experience, but all other righteous men, like, you're gonna take action, and that action is like, think of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. You're gonna take action, and that action that you take out of trying to do right by others, especially black people, is going to bring you pain. You know what I'm trying to say? When you realize, and then that pain again is going to bring you introspection. That introspection is going to bring you wisdom, and that's going to bring you closer to God. So when you compromise that process, you know what I'm trying to say, then basically like and you use your illness at that time to kind of cover up what's inside, and this goes for any person, whether whatever your gender preference is, then you're missing out on a deeper understanding of yourself and a knowledge through a knowledge of yourself, a knowledge of God and the eternal. So You know, a lot of these people are lost, and you know, and they're just finding new and inventive sicknesses, like we said earlier, to satisfy, you know, what they're unable to find from within.
I remember when I used to watch The L Word. Right, it's a show. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called The L Word, and it's about.
I don't even own. I haven't owned a TV in like 8 years or so. Probably not.
No, it's older. It's older than that.
Okay.
It was a hit show about lesbians, and somebody told me to watch it. They're like, "Oh, it's so good." So I said, "Okay, I'll try it out," and I got sucked into it, and then I thought while I was watching it, I said, "This show is dangerous. This is a dangerous show." Um, you get sucked into the characters, and there's a character for like there's a butch in it. There's like people falling in love and relationships ending and all that. So you kind of get caught up in the show. I loved the show. Like I got so into the show, but I remember when I was watching it, I got an uncomfortable feeling.
Hmm.
Like this is not a good show. This show is programming a whole new generation of people.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, to be honest with
You
you,
know?
if that had that show been, you know, just a typical show of in the characters were a man and a woman. I'm trying to say, and a straight man and a straight woman, right? And it was just some kind of reality show, right? I'm assuming. Oh, with a straight man and a straight woman. That's still programming. That's still worldly, and that's still really
It is.
exactly. So making it two women doesn't make it any better. It just makes it only. It's just a new form of sickness, because even if there are straight men and straight women playing some reality TV show, unless it's about again, as an occultist or a metaphysician, your focus, right, is once you understand what this world is. You know what I'm trying to say? Once you understand you live in the matrix, your focus now is to help get out of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, examples of people that were, you know, throughout, you know, like different religions, you know, obviously you have, you know, there's Buddha, there's Krishna, or there's Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? There's Horus. There's all these people that are examples of the, you know, the characters that come back and destroy this world. You know what I'm trying to say? And reap justice on this world and bring peace. Now we are those characters are aspects inside of us. You know what I'm trying to say? Now I believe that there will be one person who is the manifestation of that that Christ energy, but we all have a role to play in that. You know what I'm trying to say? As the Christians say, there's a term called the body of Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? So we're all one. We're not, me and you are not separated. We're connected by our eternal souls. Yeah. So we all have a role to do in that. And so when you're watching these shows, whether they're gay people or straight people, and they're just, oh, let's play house, or let's focus on getting good credit, or let's like again, in the Bible it says you can't serve two masters. So what is your focus? Is it serving God, or is it serving the white man? Right? Because he's printing out all your money. He's building your cars. He's building your homes. You had nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? And so even though in a world where you have nothing and you control nothing, and you're a slave, a neo-slave, you're still gonna take the time to still try and compromise so you can survive better in his white supremacist society, or you're gonna try to get the fuck out of this bitch. You know what I'm trying to say? Through doing the inner work and becoming something greater than your human programming has dictated to you. So again, whether it was a straight man or a straight woman, it'd still be a stupid show to watch. Now that it's a new form of sickness, it doesn't make it any better, you know. And you're not going to find some gay man, right, talking about the shit that I talk about. They don't have it within them.
No way.
They don't have. They don't
No
have,
way.
again. They don't have that strength within them. Therefore, just for that fact alone, it is evil. It is evil. Just for that alone, it's evil, right? Again, you know, we talked about earlier, what is good and what is evil. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So I say basically what good is, what evil is those who wish to continue this world. That's what
Yeah,
evil is.
yeah.
That's simple. I don't care if that means no money down. We'll accept no credit, bad credit, good credit. Get your if it's that's evil. If it's we're
Yeah.
gonna make your taxes lower so you can get a better homes and better jobs and better husbands and better wives and or now that you're gay and you can adopt a kid and you have all the privileges that the rest of the slaves have. That's evil, right? Good is simply this: those who wish to end the world. That's it. That's what good and evil is. Those who wish to keep the world going and those who wish to see this world ended. It's that simple. That's simple. It's actually very simple. Life itself is actually extremely simple. Unfortunately, we've been emotionalized by our enemy, right? And we've become subject to this new form of cultural assimilation. Because guess what? Back in the fucking 80s, in the 70s and the 60s, black people knew that there was something wrong with being gay, or gay, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But you see how this kind of eases in, and they kind of, oh well, Obama's president now. You still maybe things will be better for us on the plantation of Earth.
I know.
Black people are so fucking stupid, man. They're so fucking stupid, and you have to just say again, like Malcolm X. Malcolm X just told people shit as it was and let their egos fall where they may. And you just have to let black people know sometimes that they're fucking stupid because they really think they're intelligent. They really think they're intelligent. They really do. What they don't realize is that they really, what most black people don't realize is that they're actually thinking. They think like white people. How can I put it? Because a lot of black people they have a little bit of cultural awareness now. Like, oh well yeah, well I know kind of where I came from. I'm putting on my head wrap now. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm looking like
I know.
Okay, that's cool. But guess what, sweetie? In Africa, you were still on Earth, weren't you? Right? And if you go back far enough in African history, in Egypt, you'll know that. Guess what? We were talking about getting the fuck out of this world, weren't we? Right?
Oh yeah.
We had real gold and real wealth and real land and real structures. And guess what? Our goal was to get out of here because we knew we were trapped. So you building self-esteem on culture, right? Which culture comes and goes, civilizations rise and fall. That's not a solid foundation now, is it? Because guess what? That's going to change. So don't you look stupid now? Still, aren't you just basically a fucking white person? You're basically just a fucking white person. You don't realize it. You're a white person with a head wrap on. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't think like your ancestors did, because your ancestors knew that the point of being here is that, oh shit, we're trapped and we're trying to get the fuck up out. That's pretty much it. So that is what a black person needs to be thinking about. If you're black, if you really are black, and you're really connected with your ancestors, and you're really connected with spirituality and black African spirituality, your goal is to get out of here. That's it. If you're not doing that, then again, essentially, you're basically just another vessel trying to find self-esteem within things that you've done in the world.
What do you think of Rachel Dolezal?
Who the fuck is that? I haven't had a TV in over 10 fucking years, I
don't think you want to know. Maybe I shouldn't have said her name.
Just tell me. You've already opened goddamn Pandora's box, all this fucking other bullshit. Just go ahead and tell me.
Rachel Dolezal is a white woman that
I know
was
her,
working for you know her?
I didn't have that big a problem with her, to be honest with you. I'm gonna put it.
Well, she got a Netflix special.
A Netflix special? Okay, whatever. I don't care about that either. I don't want, and I had a slight problem with the fact that she got into a black college with saying that she's black. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I got a slight problem with that. You know what I'm trying to say? But her working in the NAACP, right? I believe it was. I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, as long as she's doing the job well, you know what I'm trying to say?
But she's starting a cult of other white women that are gonna say they're black now.
Oh, who cares?
And that's a slap in the face to black women that freaking have to walk in the skin. Being
a fucking human being is a slap in the face to black women. Again, you know what I'm trying to say? Every day you piss and shit, okay? And you have to eat and fucking go work in this matrix. You know what I'm trying to say? Do you like this? Honestly, do you like this?
I don't think nobody likes it.
Okay,
It's something
exactly.
you
You
just
don't like
do.
being a fucking human. You don't like being a human. So don't be distracted by these stupid ass Netflix goddamn specials. They're just trying to distract you. Come on. You know what I'm trying to say? Stop watching this bullshit. So it doesn't matter, you know? Again, this is an illusion. So who gives a fuck with
I know it's an illusion, but I just wanted to think.
there's nothing to get mad about. You're only mad about it if you're thinking like stupid ass black women think. Oh my god, I can't believe this bitch. They're just trying to get you emotional. You know what I'm trying to say? That's pretty much it. Because
That's what I feel too. I feel like they're trying to bug us.
They know you have no spiritual fucking foundation. They know you have no spiritual foundation. You know why? Because they've created it for you. All they had to do was paint fucking Jesus white and whoop your ass. You know what I'm trying to say? And now, you know what I'm trying to say? And now you have no cultural foundation. So you're running to Africa to find cultural awareness. You know what I'm trying to say? And now you're disregarding all that Jesus shit, not realizing, you know what? In the Bible, if you read it, there actually is shit in there for you that would help you be free. There is Gnostic thought in there. Back when we knew what the fuck we were talking about. Before they fucking took our shit and painted their images on it. You know what I'm trying to say? So they have us by the energetic balls. You know what I'm trying to say? And ovaries. You know? Who gives a fuck about Rachel, whatever the fuck her name is? You know what I'm trying to say? It's again, you're still a human. You know, whether someone wants to call himself black or white, we're not black. They're not white. You know what I'm trying to say? So they're making an issue out of something that they've created. You know what I'm trying to say? Come on,
it's such a confusion.
It's not a confusion. It's actually it's simple. It's actually very simple. It's simple if you stop compromising. If you stop compromising. Stop compromising and stop trying to be a better fucking human. Because what you're not realizing is you're thinking like a fucking cracker. You're thinking like a fucking cracker. But because you got a head wrap on now, right? And because you're RGB'd up, you don't realize that, guess what? You're still trying to fight to live in the world that you fucking hate. Well, we're gonna, eventually we're gonna have all black schools for the babies when the next Umar Johnson comes and the next fundraiser comes. You know what I'm trying to say? Again, I know it sounds crazy, but again, you got to do the inner work, and once you're doing the inner work, once you're really dedicated to it, all the rest of this dumbass shit, you'll realize you'll see it for what it is, just dumbass human shit. Mm-hmm. Like I said in the last video, the Black Panther, like, if you're not going inward and you're not generating Kundalini, you're doing quite literally nothing, right? But flapping your fucking big fat ass lips, shitting and pissing, working for the white man, and rinse, washing, and repeating all day long until you die, right? Correct? Maybe if you're lucky, your daughter can marry a white man, and then she can do that better than you did it, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she can, shit, piss, and eat and work for the white man, and then do all that while driving a nicer car in a bigger house, right? Maybe with a nicer ego.
All of us could have went. A lot of us could have went in that direction too. Is what you choose.
It's what you choose to fucking ignore. It's what you choose to fucking ignore. Because again, I could have done that if I ignored the plight of black people. You know what I'm trying to say? And ignored the plight of not just black people, because I didn't know about black people when I first started. I first became conscious after 9/11 happened. You know what I'm trying to say? I watched a video called Loose Change, and I'm thinking, holy shit, like the government is sending people off to die for a war that's unjust, and all this weapons of mass destruction shit, that's bullshit. So I'm thinking I grew up all around all white people, so I thought like a decent. I thought like a good-hearted white guy. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what I thought. Okay. Until I found out that white people didn't like my ass. You know what I'm trying to say? Outside of my own little bubble, and I said, "Oh shit! Well, fuck that. Let me see what's gonna. Let me fucking help people that want to be helped by me." You know what I'm trying to say? So, and then but basically, like, if had I not cared, you know what I'm trying to say, and had I not been a compassionate soul, I could have easily been matrixed out too. Got me a nice little white honey and just, fucked her brains out until I stopped caring about what black people thought and what black people felt. That's all. So again, when I hear about all this other dumb shit that black people are concerned about right now, it's disheartening because they're missing the point. And I understand that enlightenment's an individual process, and but at the same time, like I'm not going to like kind of like the Malcolm X example. I'm gonna just speak the truth. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're able to understand it, you understand it. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's not. I'm not gonna act stupid. You know what I'm trying to say? And be compassionate to those who didn't have the compassion to get where I'm at. You know what I'm trying to say? In the first place. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if you had compassion, then you would have pain. If you had enough pain, you'd have to go inward and meditate, or find some way to release that pain. And through releasing of that pain and being introspective, you would have found wisdom, wouldn't you? So obviously, that if you're stupid, it's because you didn't care. You know what I'm trying to say? You didn't care. You didn't have enough love. You didn't have enough compassion. You didn't seek the truth. You didn't seek justice. You didn't seek peace. You know what I'm trying to say?
A lot of people don't care, though.
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't care, why should I speak to you all? Oh yeah, okay, sweetie. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Gay rights. Yeah, okay, yeah, rights to what? What do you mean rights? That's a privilege. That's a privilege that your fucking state has given you by the power invested in me by the state of Connecticut or the state of Nevada, the state of California, not God. That's a state privilege. You're just being a bitch while by being a government bitch, right? Rights come from God. So if you had the right to have children, right, then you would have been able to do so when you consummated, but you can't consummate. Therefore, you can't be married. Ding, ding, ding. But unfortunately, we live in a.
No, I was just gonna say that like there's friggin' people trying right now to get rights to marry. Well, they already have rights to have sex with their animal in Canada here. So.
And they have in Europe, some European countries too.
Yeah.
So I mean, and
there's
what's yeah, exactly. What's the rights? It's not a right. It's not a right. It's a privilege. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a privilege. If what I'm trying to say, rights come from rights. Human beings do not give rights. Human beings, okay? I was gonna say that. Human beings do not give rights. Right? Rights come from God. You're born with them. You're born from them, and those rights are within you. What rights actually are rights of passage. Right? That's your vessel coming into this world and being able and having the right to do so unmolested. Right? And untampered with, and to live naturally, right? And to live free. And if you have God within you, when those rights are challenged, you need to exact that will of God within you, and then by doing so, you will become your creator. But you need the challenge, you need the friction, and that's why you're on earth. So when you fag out, you know what I'm trying to say, to get a little privilege, then oh well, I guess you're here to serve your fucking humanity and not your creator. Pretty much it. Not that complex.
The world's upside down.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. This is prophecy. You know what I'm trying to say? It's prophecy. Again, it's a test. Can a beautiful soul like you keep her mind where it needs to be, and her heart where it needs to be in this world? You've done that. So you know what? You're a fucking blessing and a miracle. So who cares what the fucking world does? You know what I'm trying to say? That's the whole point. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to. You are a universe within yourself, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Pretty brown eyes, I see ya. It's a disguise the way you treat me. You keep holding on to your thoughts of rejection. If you're with me, you're secure. Mm-mm-mm. You can't deny all the pounding of your heart, girl.